Hey guys, Carrie from Stamp with CT. It is finally Friday, and that means it's time for our online class. Finally Friday online class. I'm going to, first of all, tell you this is Carrie, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Texas. And in the craft room is Dale the Crafty Husband, and I hear Oliver the Crafty Pup on the other side of the door. Do you hear him?
I do indeed. I guess his treat timed out, huh?
Well, that's not going to work the way we wanted it to, is it? How's that look, Dee?
That looks good.
Looks good. Everything good? Okay. We'll wait just a couple minutes to let some people hop in. We usually have some friends that are able to join us. Might need to move that over just a tiny bit. That are usually able to join us live. We hope to have some friends join us live tonight. But of course we'll have the replay available.
You know my Facebook doesn't work all that well.
It actually works a whole lot better though since we got new internet. I used to think that it was just your Facebook and it wasn't updated, but it's working a whole lot better since we got new internet.
Okay.
All right. If you're hopping in, hope you'll say hello. It looks like we've got a couple friends with us.
Cassandra.
Cassandra is there. Hey, Cassandra. Glad you're here. Thanks for saying hello. We're just hanging out for a minute as we let some people find us as Facebook sends out some notifications. We're really excited to be with you tonight, and we're excited that it's Friday, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Very excited that it's Friday, because that means tomorrow is Saturday. Followed by Sunday. Always a good time to have the weekend.
Yes.
So this month, for our free online class, we are featuring the Wildflower Birthday suite of products. And we're using it in Finally Friday tonight, and then also in Stamp class. I think that falls on the 15th of the month. And Dale is actually going to give a sneak peek of Stamp class here in just a minute. We'll wait just a minute and see if some other friends join in, but he's just going to do a quick sneak peek so you can see. But tonight we're going to make a scrapbook layout with you, a 2-page 12 by 12 layout, and hope you guys enjoy that. What? Yeah. There's 5 cards. Oh, let me see them. 1, 2, 3. Which ones are the same? 1. That's not. Okay, now we're fixed. Nothing like some behind the scenes that you have no idea what we're doing. He's going to have to come out of that room. Let me go take care of that. You want to talk for a minute?
Sure. Now we got a couple more people on.
If you'll say hello, let me go get Oliver out of the other bedroom, or it's not going to go well.
Hello, Debbie. And hello, Carolyn. And hello, Cheryl. Glad you could join us. And wanted to let everybody know that I'm getting ready to do the sneak peek. I know the replayers will get to see everything, but there's 5 cards in this this month's class here at the house, and so the first card is Hooray. The second card is Make a Wish with a cute little ribbon.
Quick drive buzz. Quick sneak peek.
I like this ribbon though. And a shaker card. Woo!
That needs to be worked on because I got it a little bit too tight. So one of these days we are going to learn that we need to be smarter than our dog, aren't we?
Oh, I don't know if we can do that.
He's a character. Okay, so we've got some friends joining us. We've got Oliver put up. Maybe we can start crafting.
Donna and Becca joined us as well.
Hey, glad y'all are here.
No.
So tonight we're making a scrapbook layout, 2-page 12 by 12 layout. We are using the Wildflower birthday suite, and I think it's turning out really cute. So we'll see what you guys think.
42 and 43 on the annual catalog. Oh no, the mini catalog.
Mini catalog. Yeah, you want to show that?
Sure.
So some beautiful samples. This is gorgeous paper. It also has a couple sheets of the laser cut die pieces that are awesome to add to your cards or scrapbook layouts. We are not pulling in the paper tonight, but you're going to get to see the papers with what we're doing. So the paper is really pretty. We did use just a couple of the stamps, several of the dies, right?
All right.
Not using the ribbon tonight, but we'll use it in stamp class. So just a really pretty suite of products. Okay. All right, you ready to talk a little bit, Dee, about the layout that we're doing? Oh,
sure.
Go ahead and show the stamps and dies. That's fine.
All right. We got the stamps. It's got a bunch of stuff to make all the different birthday wishes and hooray, cake, happy day. And then the dies coordinate with it very well. You have the tassels, you have the numbers.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you can really personalize a card or
some
project.
mini banners and some little tiny flowers that you can add accent with.
We used a lot of those dies for this too, didn't we?
We used quite a few of them.
Okay, so don't forget how Finally Friday works. What we do is if you place a $40 order in our online store at stampwithct.stampinup.net, you will receive the kit to create this 2-page layout for free. And then if you place a $50 order, you also receive a free embellishment as well. And then if you are on our team of super inspired stampers, then it's just $20 for the kit, because you can buy your own stamps, dies, that type thing at a discount. So we just provide the supplies for you to create the project. So we pulled in the Pool Party 2-tone 12x12 cardstock. You want to kind of pull one of those edges back, Dale, where they can see. It's a little bit harder, I think, to tell on the Pool Party than some of the other colors, but you've got 2 different colors there, and it has a white core in this cardstock. So we really enjoyed using this cardstock to make samplers, to be the base of our samplers, or for scrapbook pages. It just works out really well. So that's what we're going to start with. I was watching Reels or TikTok one day and saw a cool idea to take 2x2 squares and run those down the side of a scrapbook layout. And so that is what inspired me to do the layout that we're going to work on today. So what we did was cut some 2x2 squares just from basic white cardstock, so we could kind of get a feel for our spacing and everything. And so Dale's just going to show you kind of, how you can have a template. You could lay this all out. You could take a picture of it if you want to. So you'll have this where you could sketch it out if you have a sketchbook. But it's just a really cute way to use pattern paper. Or you could do cardstock that's run through embossing folders. There's so many different things that you could do to make a layout like this. And then we're just going to trim off the ends that come off the page, right, Dee?
Absolutely.
What I thought about earlier, too, is this could also work as a card layout, because you could cut 1x1 squares, and you could run that down the side of a card base. That would be really cute. So even if you're not necessarily into memory keeping and scrapbooking, I think you're still going to pull out some little tips and things that you could use on your card making as well with these supplies, or something similar. You may have something similar in your stash. We just love to inspire you, so that is our hope tonight.
Okay.
I will tell you too that we are having trouble with my phone. It doesn't want to charge, and so we are hoping, saying a little prayer, that we make it through the entire class tonight. But if for some reason we lose you, that could be why, because we're going to the Apple Store tomorrow, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, you ready to get started, Dee?
Yep.
So the very first thing we need is some of the squares, right? We took all the different patterns of the Designer Series paper. There's our obligatory train coming through.
Oh, we gotta have a train. This would be no good without a train.
Let us know how you guys are doing tonight. If you're excited that it's Friday. We sure are.
I'm gonna lay these out down the side and kind of work them around.
Yeah, so with having the 5 different sheets, you don't have 6 different sheets of double-sided in this pack because you've got 2 pages of die cuts, but you have the 5 different patterns, double-sided pages that you can use either side. And we did kind of strategically place things before we started tonight, didn't we?
We tried, yes.
Because we could keep you here for quite some time, couldn't we?
Yes, we
just
could.
doing that.
We like get them to hang out with us for a while. Okay.
Dale was saying that Cassandra would take her time on this, right?
Oh, absolutely.
We've done card projects before where we had to kind of interlock pieces and mix the patterns, and so just what looks good to your eye, that's what works, right?
Yes, I like it.
You like it? Okay.
I'm going to flip that over a little bit. And y'all need to stand back. I'm about to glue it all down.
Okay. You're not even going to get a ruler or anything? No.
No.
No. It's fine. Okay, so we're ready to glue it down?
I think so.
Okay, so look how cute that is already. Just using the different patterns of paper.
I may have to.
What?
I'm just going to have to work with it a little bit.
That's okay.
And so I'm going to start with this bottom one down here.
All right. I left my glue laying on my table, not in my glue holder. Can you tell?
I can.
Yeah. Cheryl can attest to the fact that my desk was an absolute disaster.
Disasters are good.
Well.
Oh, no, wait a minute. That's not true.
No, that's not necessarily true. But it happens very quickly in a craft room.
Yes, it does.
Very quickly. We had those strong winds earlier in the week, you know. That was probably
that probably shifted everything around. Yes, it did.
Cassandra said she can't watch.
Come on now.
You just have to go with it, right?
Sometimes you just gotta just go with it.
I was trying to think. There's peach pie, old olive, gold, of course, in this paper. It's really pretty with the gold foiling. And this really ended up to be much more of a feminine scrapbook layout. That's just what the paper kind of lends itself to. And I need to dig through pictures because, you know, we have a daughter. I'm sure I have pictures from one of Tara's birthdays that would go really well on this layout. We just thought that was a great tip to cut that paper in 2x2 squares and run that down the side. I think you could even do 3x3, couldn't you?
Yeah.
If you wanted a little bit more.
I think that would give you a lot more coverage. Mm-hmm. And if that's, you know, depending on how many pictures you got, you may want. Yeah. You may want your picture layout to be more of the page. And the 2x2, I mean the 1x1 that you talked about on the cards themselves, you could do that as well. You could just whatever size, depending on how many pages you want to, or pictures you want to scrapbook on a page. Mm-hmm. And
so once you get that foundation down of your squares on an angle, you can see it goes pretty quickly. Just kind of leaving what, maybe an 1/8 inch border in between?
I'm trying to. I'm trying to get them all nice and fairly even. And
so we got in some pictures today. It has been a while since I've spent some time really working on memory keeping, and that's something that I want to work more on. So had some pictures printed. We use Snapfish. I really like them to get pictures printed. And how many did we end up getting?
A little over 200.
Yeah, and it was like $20, so it was pretty awesome.
Okay. So that's the side border.
Okay, you gonna go ahead and trim it off now?
Sure, we can do
Okay,
that.
that probably would be the best thing, wouldn't it?
Um,
Now you could put this in your trimmer if you want to. Dale just figured using paper snips might be the easiest. He's
just
got one
make
of
sure you
those.
line your edge of your scissors up along the edge of your paper so you're not cutting your paper. Cutting the 12 by 12.
Right.
That didn't come out right. Because we're cutting paper, just we don't want the 12 by 12 to be.
So there's really not that much that you're cutting off. And then are you going to do that on the other page as well?
Absolutely.
Exactly the same, or you mixing it up?
I'm mixing it up.
Okay.
There we go. All right. Now let's go with the. You want to go ahead and do the down the side of the other page, or you want to go ahead and put this together?
I think we'll put this page together.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna start with the banner at the top.
Okay.
And
We've got lots of little pieces. Let me get them over there for you.
okay.
You're just going to dump them on there?
Let's just dump them on the card.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna put a little. We're gonna make this into a banner. So we got a piece of old olive, and we'll stick it down with it. Won't you on these three right here? Give me some mini dimensionals or something. What do you think?
Okay. I can't quite see. Like I said,
sometimes disasters create golden ideas.
Love that, Becca.
And then
oh, and Pauline's joining.
Yeah.
Glad you're here. Thank you. Glad you're here to watch with us. So I've got an assignment, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can use regular dimensionals, right? Because that's what
Sure.
I've got out.
All right.
I'm going to put that on the back of the little banner pieces.
Yes.
Okay. On all of them?
The large ones. No, not the small one.
The large ones. Okay. And so Dale just pulled out the colors from the designer series paper to determine which little banners we were going to use. And big banners. You have just two?
No, it's three. This blue one right here.
Oh. So you'll want to watch till the end because this is really going to come together cool when we get both pages done. So it'll be a little bit of a process here for a minute.
We'll go ahead and put this little banner on top of this.
Okay.
Because what I was afraid of was this little banner is the same color as the cardstock. And I was afraid that it would just kind of blend in. And so I'm putting it on this, the dark blue here.
Okay.
That was blueberry bushel, right?
Yes,
Let's call it what it is, all right?
It is blueberry bushel.
I can get my fingers to work.
So Dale kind of came up with layering those banners, and I think that looks really cute. And again, you could do the very same thing on a card, across the top of a card. Kind of at an angle at the side of a card would look really cute. Do you have the tassels?
I do have the tassels.
Okay, you want to put those on with the dimensional as well?
I think we need
a glue dot.
Glue dot.
Okay.
Yeah. You'll put it on a glue dot.
Yeah, we went ahead and cut the tassels. And what's really neat, I don't know if you can see this, hopefully you can, it really does kind of fringe those tassels. So I kind of ruffled them up just a little bit. Where's the, oh, just one. Just one for this side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So like I said, all of this will be die cut for you, ready to go. So you can create your layout.
Just gonna put that up there.
Okay.
We want to put the happy birthday on here now.
We can. Let's show that die, Dale, that almost looks like a, what, like a little shield type?
Mm-hmm.
This is a super versatile die, and that's what we're using.
You can make tags with it. You can make banners with it. You can do all kinds of stuff.
It makes a great focal image on a card as well. So that's where that came from. And of course, the happy birthday is from that set too.
Why don't you give me some dimensionals?
On the whole thing?
On the whole,
Okay.
no, that.
All right.
Because when do we know when it's time to use dimensionals?
Well, a lot of times in scrapbooking, we don't use a lot of lift because we need to put it in the page protector, but it's not going to hurt to put a couple dimensionals on there. A couple hundred dimensionals on there. I'm going to put dimensionals on this one as well. Okay?
All right, well, it needs to lay across the top of it.
Okay, never mind.
We may need one to off the side of it, depending on what we decide to.
Okay.
How we're going to bring it together. I apologize once again for y'all watching me work.
Why?
Because it's like watching paint dry. I'm not quick as some people are.
Lightning fast.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to take your pick tool, baby.
Okay.
You're the king of using the take your pick tool to get the dimensional backs off usually.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened. This one's stuck extra good for some reason. Oh, all right. So we'll bring this in about right here.
I think so.
We got a picture layout with.
We do. So when I learned to scrapbook, I was taught to go ahead and have a mat for your photos. So what we did was we went ahead and used a die to cut that out. And then of course you could trim out your photo to go with that as well. So this is actually the perennial postage dies that we use to cut those either photo spacers. So if you're putting the layout together and you don't have your pictures together, you're not going to put your pictures on right away, you could put those on just to kind of hold the place for it. Or you can go ahead and cut your photos down a little bit and add those right there to that cute little die cut.
Okay. I'm going to put happy birthday and I'm going to offset it just a little bit. So we got dimension on it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You decide where you're going to put your photo down?
Yeah, that's, should I go ahead and glue that on?
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
Okay.
Or you can use glue dots if you feel like that's something we're going to take back off, but I'm good with it. I'm just going to crop my photos down.
Okay.
And that way they'll be matted. Let us know if you are a memory keeper. Do you put a mat under your photos? I started scrapbooking like 20 years ago. So, you know, trends change.
No.
But a lot of people have a certain aesthetic that they go for and they just stick with it. Okay, last little thing on this page is we're going to put that right up in that corner.
Okay.
That little tassel. So we'll have that
Okay.
when we slide that picture on. So that's half of our layout there. That didn't take too long, did it?
No, not too bad.
Because we have everything already cut. Let's work on the other half now.
Okay.
Go in and bring in a fresh piece. And do we have it on the right side of the cardstock thing?
Yes, we did.
Okay. Just want to make sure with it being two-tone that we use the right side. Okay, so we're going to have some things that look a little bit similar, right?
Right. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's set this up here so that I can remember what
Well, why don't you move it over just a little bit and then they can see what you're doing.
Okay.
So he's
I don't want to be matchy-matchy.
Okay.
Oh.
What?
I mean, I could have just said fussy cutting, couldn't I? So, let's,
Gonna work?
Oh, yeah. We got this. We got this. All right. Got everything placed and ready to go. And I'm going to move them fairly close together.
Okay.
And just so I can get the lineup. And now I'm
so
gonna,
that it looks similar.
Yeah.
So Carolyn said she's a former demonstrator and that she does still craft and scrapbook. That's awesome. Yeah, it is kind of like quilting, isn't it? And Mary joined us. Glad you're here, Mary. Doing a little scrapbook layout tonight. And as usual, stop and think about the papers that you have in your stash. This would be a great way to use up some pattern paper that you have for different occasions. This would be a fun Christmas layout to use the 2x2 squares like that. Kind of think about some of our Colorado trips.
Oh, yeah. That would look cute.
Yeah, some of the travel can be a little bit more difficult to scrapbook, or it is for me, because the scenes are so beautiful. So you do want to keep the layout a little bit more simple. Hi, Laura. Glad you're here.
Okay. I think we got it.
You got it where you want it?
Yep, I think we're
Ready to glue it down.
Ready
Okay.
to glue it down.
Let me get this other one out of the way.
Yeah, you can take it away now.
Okay. And Stampin' Up! Is carrying flip flaps now. So I was familiar with those. You may know that Close to My Heart closed just about a year ago, which was another paper crafting company that focused more on memory keeping and scrapbooking. And so we were really fortunate that the vast majority of the Close to My Heart makers came over to Stampin' Up! When their company closed. So it's been awesome to get to know some of them. We were messaging, was that last weekend?
Yes.
With a demonstrator who lives in Australia. And we had done a project that she wanted some measurements for. And she was a former Close to My Heart maker. So back to flip flaps. So they are really cool, almost like a clear envelope that you're able to add to your layout. So what you do is once you get your page layout done, this one, we're going to have room for 3 photos. So if you wanted to put more photos than that, you would use these flip flaps and you're able to add them to the outside on the page protector, and it kind of layers the pictures on.
Oh, cool.
It's really cool. And I have seen someone use those years ago, and she had 24 pictures on one layout.
Wow.
The way that it lays on, and then they open up. I'll have to show you those sometime soon. I ordered some, but I haven't used them yet. It's been a while since I have. They're really fun. The squares are 2 inches by 2 inches, Laura. And we discussed that you could probably even do a 3 by 3 square if you wanted a little bit more of the design of the paper.
Okay. How about my dimensionals?
Okay. You know what we didn't do? Where's our little cake? We didn't put that on our other one.
Yeah,
Did we?
Yeah,
okay.
We got them on there.
I missed that part. How did I miss that part?
I didn't put it on with dimensionals, though. Is that what you wanted to do?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I glued him down.
And where's the other big one? There it is. I just love all the little details on here.
Definitely makes everything cute.
Makes it fun, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You see the glue dots, where I put the glue dots?
Right back there. Uh-oh, I'm hoping Mary's not watching.
She is. She just saw you put way too much glue on there.
Oh. Just a dot, just a dot.
I'm wearing my dot dot not a lot t-shirt today too that Cheryl made me.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Oh, good, Karen. I hope you will try that. We talked about, I'm not sure if you were here right at the first, but you could even do this on a card layout with 1x1 squares just down the side. Just a fun idea. And I'm sorry, I do not remember who it was that I saw on that reel or TikTok. I want to say it was even a Creative Memories consultant. You know how you're laying in bed scrolling through and you get great ideas for crafting? That's what TikTok and Reels are for, right?
Absolutely.
And funny dog videos.
Well, everybody knows about funny dog videos.
Yep, dot dot, not a lot.
I will learn. It's just going to take me a little while. We need some photo. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Did I lose our other two? Nope, there they are. Okay.
So.
All right, looks like so far so good on my phone holding out. That's good.
Just kind of even them up. You think?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's try that. Dot, dot, not a lot.
Okay. Karen said she'll try in April.
What's that?
To do a
Scrapbook layout
like this, I do believe. Karen is coming to Texas to visit us. We're so excited.
Absolutely. What do you think?
I like it. Okay, we've got 2 more tassels to add.
Put it on the outside out here?
You know, I think so. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think so. Again, we'll just crop our pictures down. Well, I remember the first time I went to cut a photo. Oh my goodness.
Did you almost lose your breath?
Yeah. I was a little bit scared, but you know, you just cut them because you can always print them again if you want to. So we're done, aren't we, Dee?
We are done.
Oh, I'm gonna out so cute.
Well, I'll put them side by side.
Okay, we'll see if it'll all fit in the frame here.
No, it's not going to.
It's going to be pretty close, though. May have to overlap it just a tiny bit, but we'll give it a second. There's a little bit of a delay. There it is. It's coming on in. It shows the vast majority of it.
We'll squeeze it together just a little bit.
Okay. All right. Let us know what you think. I think it turned out super, super cute. I really love this suite. And again, it's called Wildflower Birthday. I think the gold foiling just really makes it special. So if you're a memory keeper, we hope you'll give this a try. Again, if you want to create this exact layout, we will be more than happy to cut a kit for you. Just hop on over to stampwithct.stampinup.net and you can place your $40 order in the online store and we'll have this kit ready for you to put together. Or, and it's free. Or if you want to place a $50 order, then you also receive a free embellishment in addition to the project kit. Pretty good deal. And if you're on our team, that's the best deal, isn't it?
It's close. Most of it shows, and it's very cute.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
All right. So next month, we will be using the Friends of the Ocean suite for Finally Friday free online class. We'll be making cards. And Cheryl and I worked today cutting those same products. We're using them for bingo. And tomorrow is the deadline for bingo. So if you want to be included for that, be sure to let me know, because we still have space. We'd love to have you join us. Oh, that's Karina. Hey. Hi, Karina. We're glad you're here. We just made a scrapbook layout. All right. I think that's it for today, isn't it?
I think so.
All right. We're so glad you were here. We're glad we made it to Friday, and we appreciate you. We will see you again soon. Y'all take care.
Bye.